Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Entertainment on Point. I'm your host, Miss Alexis.
And I'm your host, Hannah Buzza. From halftime show announcements to Khloe Kardashian getting sued, and what's going on with Post Malone? We have quite the show for you. But first, let's kick it off with this week's top stories.
Did someone call for the GOAT? Nashville singer Chesney McGoat is suing Khloe Kardashian, Kevin Hart, Sophie Turner, and Maury Morris for emotional distress. McGoat was outraged by the A-listers' use of helpless goats as entertainment props. According to Radar Online, he wants $5,000 each from Khloe Kardashian and others to provide a voice to the voiceless. He said, quote, "After seeing videos and photos of each of these high-profile individuals making light and promoting goat yoga for their own gain, I cannot get over knowing what these animals have gone through just for entertainment purposes. All goats employed for these purposes are disbutted." End quote. Supposedly, to keep the baby goats horn-free, they had to put a hot iron between 900 and 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit on their heads. Nashville singer demanded that these celebs apologize and pay up, where he will donate the money to help save more goats from suffering. However, in the video, viewers could see Kevin Hart and Khloe Kardashian did not have a good time, but that did not stop Khloe from clapping back. She went on her Instagram story and shared the screenshot of her being sued. She asked her followers in a poll, how should she handle the situation? The options were: send him a goat to calm his distress, countersue, now I'm distressed, or start a goat yoga business. As of now, it looks like sending the singer a goat to calm his distress is winning. Can you believe that? Like, everyone always wants to get something off the Kardashians. Like, Khloe clearly cannot get a break. Like,
Yeah,
over a goat? Like,
I can't believe it. And I really don't like animal abuse at all. But I just really hope the pain for the goats was temporary. And I do kind of feel like this is a bit of a reach. And I don't like animal abuse. But he really is only asking like $5,000 each. That's like pocket change to them. So
yeah, they spend that every day on food.
Right. Right. Like that's purse money. Like they just have it laying around. So I don't know. I do think I don't know. I'm conflicted. I don't know. Where have you been, Rihanna? We may not know what the singer and businesswoman has been up to over the past few years, but we do know where she's going. Rihanna has officially announced that she will be performing at the 2023 Big Game halftime show. Rumors began flying around about who could be performing during the halftime show this coming year after it was announced that Apple Music would be the new sponsor for the halftime show. Many thought that Taylor Swift would be the performer, and several news outlets even announced that she would be. However, Riri shut that all down when she posted on her Instagram a picture of her tattooed hand holding an NFL football with a period as the caption. Fans of Rihanna are so excited to hear from the singer, as she has not released new music since 2016 when she dropped her album Anti, and there are high hopes that she may drop new songs in preparation for her performance. If you're one of the many fans hoping to get tickets to see her at the Big Game and her halftime show performance, pull your credit cards out. Seats for the Big Game and the upper bowls are already costing fans nearly $6,000, and prices will only continue to rise as we get closer to the game. We are all going to have to go to work in order to be able to afford those tickets.
Yes, Hannah.
So what do we think? Are we excited? Rihanna's performing?
Yes, like that is definitely black girl excellence right there. She's been killing it with her Savage Fenty, the makeup line, like everything. I believe Rihanna deserved this. Sorry, Taylor Swift, but Rihanna's going to do what she got to do, okay?
Yeah, and this is like the perfect way for her to come back. She has been.
She had a baby and everything.
Yeah, she's been out of the music game for a while, so I think fans are really, really excited. I've seen some memes on the internet about whether she'll remember the lyrics to her own songs because it's been so many years, but I'm so excited to see what she does. I don't think I'm going to be one of the fans at the actual game.
What if she does Umbrella and it's raining?
That would be awesome. That would be so awesome. So I hope it's really good, and I'm really excited to see
Rihanna,
it. And
she's going to do her thing for sure.
I do hope new music comes from this. I hope she's, capitalizes on this.
Yeah. Puff Daddy, also known as P. Diddy, is not letting up on Miami rapper Young Miami. This past week, he made her an owner of a new Mercedes Maybach SUV. She posted pictures on her Instagram of her in it and captioned it, "Thank you, Poppy." Social media went crazy because the two claim to be single, but they are still dating each other. According to XXL, Young Miami gave clarity on her and P. Diddy's relationship. She said, quote, "We are dating. We single, but we're dating people. Don't know what dating means. He's single, I'm single, but we're dating. That's what I mean when I say we go together. When we're together, we're together. We're having the time of our lives, but we're still single." End quote. Miami came up with her new show on Revolt TV called Carisha Please. Diddy was her first guest on the show, and he confirmed as well that the two are enjoying each other's company, but also claimed he is single. Diddy said, quote, "We go have dates, we're friends, we go to exotic locations, we have great times," end quote. Diddy is known for his relationships with these young women and was lucky to get Carisha Please on board. Girl, how do you feel? How do you feel? What if your boyfriend told you, "We're dating, but we're still single. I could see other people"? How does that make you feel?
That would make me really upset, but I think because it sounds like a mutual situation.
Like they both agreed on it, like, okay, or like they both agreed on it, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's none of our business. Love is love at the end of the day, right?
And I think I understand what she's saying. Like when they're together and they're like entertaining each other, like they're about each other.
Yes.
But it's not exclusive. And so like, they can have fun together, but then when they're not together, they're allowed to have fun with other people. And so I think it's just that they don't want to put a label on it.
Okay.
And I feel like because it's mutual and the both of them seem to be into it, then it's okay. Personally, I would not want to find myself in a relationship like that. But that's me. Personally.
Yeah, I feel like if you put a label on it, it just probably starts problems. So that's probably. But good for them. When you have money, love is nothing. It doesn't matter.
Hailey Bieber is setting the record straight after Jelena fans have accused her of stealing Justin from Selena for years. Hailey Bieber has been married to Justin Bieber since September of 2018. Justin had previously had a long relationship with singer and businesswoman Selena Gomez, who are lovingly referred to as fans by Jelena. They began publicly dating back in 2010 and were on again, off again until 2017. They were rumored to have gotten back together in the spring of 2018, but then shortly broke it off again. Just 2 months after their rumored breakup, Justin and Hailey announced that they were engaged to be married. This caused all kinds of speculation within the Jelena fan base on whether or not Justin had cheated on Selena with Hailey. Well, Hailey Bieber went on the Call Her Daddy podcast, where host Alex Cooper had all kinds of questions about Hailey's husband's ex. When asked if there was any cheating involved, Hailey shut it down. Hailey said, quote, "When him and I ever started hooking up or anything of the sort, he was not ever in a relationship, ever at any point. It's not my character to mess with someone's relationship. I would just never do that," end quote. Hailey and Justin first started dating back in 2016 during one of Justin and Selena's breaks. However, the couple split and went their separate ways. They found each other again in 2018, and this time were serious. Hailey said she knows how it looks from the outside, but there was no cheating involved, and she's sure Justin and Selena had to close that door for both of them to be able to move on. Hailey also mentioned that she has talked to Selena since getting married to Justin, and that it's all respect on both sides. Finally, when asked why Hailey believes Selena doesn't tell her fans to stop bullying the couple, Hailey said that Selena doesn't owe her that. And while she would welcome it with open arms, the three of them know the truth and are happy, and that's all that matters. This is the first time Hailey has ever publicly spoken out about Justin and Selena's past, which rubbed fans the wrong way, as Selena is getting ready to release a documentary she's been filming for about 6 years. Some fans of Selena said Hailey only went on Call Her Daddy to do damage control before the documentary is released this upcoming November and to make sure fans knew her side of the story. We will have to wait and see if Hailey and Justin are at all mentioned in Selena's documentary. So what do we think? Do we think this was damage control?
I don't know. I feel like the Hailey and Justin handled the situation well. Like, maybe Justin and Selena never went out, and that was just a rumor that a paparazzi or someone else made. So I believe Hailey's telling the truth. Like, what's the purpose of lying now? Like, they're in a loving relationship, so what's the point of ruining it based off a rumor?
Yeah, and they've been together for 4 years. They've been married a long time. Hailey has never publicly spoken out about it, and I love Hailey Bieber. I feel like she gets a lot of unnecessary hate. There's so many people that just come at her for no reason. I do kind of see this as a damage control moment, but you also have to keep in mind, like, sometimes these podcast episodes are filmed months in advance.
Yeah.
So, you know, this was the first episode of the Call Her Daddy season. For all we know, Alex Cooper had been sitting on this for months and months and months and just waited to drop it until right before Selena's documentary. I mean, obviously millions of people tuned in and it was a smashing hit. I hope the hate does stop, and I don't know, I'm looking forward to seeing Selena's documentary. It's been filmed for 6 years. Hailey and Justin have only been together for like 4.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. There could very well be a blow up in it, but we'll
Don't
just have to
forget,
wait
you got to
and
watch out for Selena.
yeah. Always gotta keep an eye out.
We're going to go for a quick break, but when we come back, Nina DeBacco is back for her EOP debut to update us on what happened at Post Malone concert in Boston.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome back to Newsnight. Most of the student body of the Pittsburgh Public School.
Some of the United States allies.
Thursday, the FBI was seen raiding.
Let's get started with today's forecast.
Today's high will only reach about 31 degrees.
It's looking a little cooler than we've seen in the past few weeks.
All this and more.
All this and more.
All this and more coming up on Newsnight.
Coming up on Newsnight.
Coming up on Newsnight.
Welcome back, EO peeps. First up, we have our reporter, Nina DeBacco, telling us all about Post Malone's injury. Nina?
Thanks, Hannah. The one and only singer and performer Post Malone has recently been injured on the first night of his 12 Carat tour. He fell through the stage due to having the stage having a hole in it when he was performing his acoustic section of his show. This happened because the guitar stand goes down into the stage and he turned over his shoulder and fell on the hole that wasn't closed up. He was in severe pain and he bruised his ribs. He had to stop the show and go to the hospital to get pain meds in order to continue his upcoming shows. He continued his tour the next few days, but this past Saturday, he had to cancel his show in Boston due to being in extreme pain again. He said he was struggling to breathe and had to go back to the hospital to get checked. He stated that he woke up to a cracking sound on the right side of his body and that there is a stabbing pain whenever he breathes or moves, according to Billboard. Post Malone has sincerely apologized to his incredible fans over and over on social media, and it is evident that Post Malone is deeply sorry for canceling the show in Boston. Everyone's tickets for the Boston show will be valid for the rescheduled date that him and his team are already planning. He stated on Twitter that he feels terrible, and he promises to make it up to Boston, and he also loves them so much. Although the famous artist is in pain, he's still trying to be positive and bring some comedic relief to his fans. He posted on Instagram a picture of his performance from the first show, and he is giving the middle finger to the stage. He captured the picture, "F you hole." Post Malone fans are praying that he has a speedy recovery and can finish his tour in good health. Stay tuned to hear more about the Post Malone tour updates and his health condition.
Thanks, Nina. Next up is Cade Montgomery with all of the tea on CBS Big Brother finale.
The 24th season of the U.S. reality competition television show Big Brother came to a close this past week on September 25th. The show airs on CBS and has been hosted by Julie Chen Moonves since its first season back in 2000. The winner of Big Brother receives a grand prize of $750,000, and America's Favorite House Guest, which is voted on by the viewers, receives a prize of $50,000. The season began on July 6th and ran for 82 days with a total of 16 contestants, also known as house guests, who were evicted from the Big Brother house in the following order, with the exception of Paloma Aguilar, who chose to leave the game during the first week. Joe Pooch Pucciarelli, Amira Jones, Nicole Leogue, Daniel Durston, Indy Santos, Jasmine Davis, Joseph Abden, Kyle Kapaner, Terrence Higgins, Michael Bruner, Alyssa Snyder, Brittany Hoops, Matthew Turner, runner-up Monty Taylor, and winner Taylor Hale. This season's winner, by a vote of 8-1, Taylor Hale, made history twice this finale night as both the first black woman to win a non-celebrity season of Big Brother and also the first player to win the competition and America's Favorite House Guest, taking home a total of $800,000, which is the most prize money that any Big Brother house guest has ever been awarded. According to CBS, Hale, age 27, of Detroit, Michigan, is a personal stylist and was the 2021 Miss Michigan USA, and also competed in the Miss USA pageant. She overcame a lot this season as she was targeted by other house guests from the beginning and was at risk of being evicted on 6 different eviction nights. Hale initially did not get along with the other house guests and had a tough time adjusting to life in the Big Brother house, but was able to prevail and build a strong social game, guaranteeing her safety each week until the end and making enough allies to secure the votes to win. Host Julie Chen Moonves has confirmed that Big Brother will return for its 25th season next summer. Until then, you can stream the full 24th season, as well as seasons 1 through 23, on Paramount+.
Thanks, Cade. We're going to go for a quick break. But when we come back, Natalia Hillen is here to update us on what movie is being filmed right here in downtown Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to EOP. Next up, we have Natalia Hillen updating us on what is being filmed in downtown Pittsburgh.
Thanks, Miss Alexis. There is a new movie being filmed right here in downtown Pittsburgh called The Untitled Road Comedy, directed by one of the Coen brothers, Ethan Coen. Coen is an Academy Award and Golden Globe winning writer, producer, and director, and has directed the movies True Grit, Blood Simple, Fargo, and No Country for Old Men. He started his career working with small independent films and worked his way up to the big Hollywood films. There's not much information out there about the Untitled Road Comedy, but this past Monday, I happened to be walking in Market Square and came across the crew preparing and getting ready to be on set. They were filming in the original Oyster House, which is in between the Bank of America and Noodles & Company in Market Square. The cast and crew will be in Pittsburgh filming for the next 6 to 7 weeks. I am excited to see where else they film in the city. Back to Hannah.
Thanks, Natalia. Next up, we have Kay Winder giving us the rundown on all the behind-the-scenes drama from the new season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Drag queen Jinx Monsoon, winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5, wins RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 7, the first winner seasons which included Raja Gemini of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 3, Evie Oddly of Season 11, Jaden Essence Hall of Season 12, Trinity the Tuck and Monet Exchange of All-Star Season 4, Shea Coulee of All-Star Season 5, and the Vivian of Drag Race UK Season 1. The all-winner season was set up differently than previous spin-offs as there were no eliminations, only advantages. The top 2 winners were given legendary legend stars and $10,000, as well as lip-syncing for the ability to block a contestant from winning a star in the future. The most players with these stars secured their spot within the top 4, where they could lip-sync battle for the final prize of $200,000. The title Queen of All Queens. Within the final 4, Jinx won lip-syncs against Shea Coulee and Monet Exchange for the crown, finalizing her spot as the winner of the first division of the All-Stars All-Winners Drag Race season. She wasn't the only winner, as Raja Gemini won the secondary prize deemed Queen of She Done Already Had Hers' title and an additional $50,000. While all contestants accept and commend Jinx's win, some did have frustrations with the post-production of the show and took to Twitter for expression. Especially Evie Oddly, discontent with her portrayal as the goofy, weird side character, when she explicitly expressed her hardships of dealing with hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which results in chronic pain, making moving and completing the challenges harder than other contestants. Trinity the Tuck made comments about editors cutting out the negative critiques the judges gave them, referencing the infamous cutscene of Raja arguing back to Judge Michelle Visage. Shea Coulee and Monet Exchange came out talking about how production edited their lip syncs to seem lackluster in comparison to their competitors. But when fans tried to discredit Jinx's win, they were adamant about defending Jinx's title as winner of the season. A reunion episode with all the queens was recorded on Monet Exchange and Bob the Drag Queen's podcast, Sibling Rivalry, but was not aired. Speculation stirred that it was taken down due to the queens prioritizing their relationship to RuPaul's Drag Race and World of Wonder over their frustrations with the companies and production.
Thanks, Kay. Next up is Jordan Green reporting from Disney World to update us on the tropical storm watch in Florida.
Hello from Florida, EOPeeps. I'm currently a cast member here at Walt Disney World in Florida, so I am here to give you all of your Disney news updates. Now, I knew before I moved to Florida that hurricanes could happen quite a bit, but I just witnessed my first one recently. Hurricane Ian rolled through Orlando around 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday with very heavy wind and very heavy rain. While I was lucky enough to not experience any power outages or the loss of clean and hot water, and there was very little damage to my apartment, cities like Tampa were not so lucky. They experienced very heavy flooding as well as the loss of power and the loss of clean and hot water. Disney, on the other hand, did shut down for 2 days. It's very unheard of for Disney to shut down for any reason, but at the time of the decision, the hurricane was at a Category 4, so it was in the best interest of all the guests and the cast members to shut down the parks. The park will reopen on Friday at a phased opening, which means that the opening times for open and closed will change due to the fact that there are debris and other things from the hurricane that need to be cleaned up for the safety of guests. Those that made a reservation during the time of the hurricane will receive a full refund for all hotel rooms, dining reservations, as well as the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So if you're planning to make a Disney trip, please check that weather out to make sure that a hurricane doesn't roll through on your vacation. But while you're there, don't forget to stop by and see your favorite EOP cast member at Galaxy's Edge. That is all the Disney news that I have for you this week. Stop by next week to see what more magical moments that I can make for you.
Thanks, Jordan. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, our lovely host, Hannah Buzza, will be debating fall fashion trends with our EOP crew. You won't want to miss this.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome back to Newsnight. most of the student body of the Pittsburgh Public School.
Some of the United States allies.
Thursday, the FBI was seen raiding.
Let's get started with today's forecast.
Today's high will only reach about 31 degrees.
It's looking a little cooler than we've seen in the past few weeks.
All this and more.
All this and more.
All this and more coming up on Newsnight.
Coming up on Newsnight.
Coming up on Newsnight.
Welcome back to Entertainment on Point. I am joined today with Natalia, Cade, Tiana, and Claudia for the second free segment of the semester, and my first ever free segment as host. On today's segment, we will be playing Hot or Not with Fall 2022 fashion trends. I will show the girls and Cade a picture of an item that is currently trending or predicted to start trending, and we will hear their opinions. Are you guys ready to play?
Oh,
yeah.
Let's get it.
So the first things we're going to be looking at is literally leather everything. Leather is so in right now. Pants, blazers, dresses, everything. So Cade, what do you think about it?
I like leather. I think leather's hot. I think she looks great in leather today. I have always been a fan of leather. I think it's nice. Yeah, hot.
Yeah. What about you, Nat, since you're in leather today?
Hot. I love leather. I think leather is the perfect look for fall, and it makes you feel like you're ready for that cold weather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I like leather. I think leather's cute. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is clogs, and I feel like this is like really controversial. I'm kind of on the fence about it. So we have like the Boston Birkenstock clogs, which have been trending all over TikTok. We have booties, we have wedges, we have all kinds of clogs. Tiana, what do you think about them?
Honestly, I like wedges. I think that's like one of my favorite things to wear with like outfits, but I think like the other ones I wouldn't really say I was interested in, but I love wedges. I think wedges really goes with anything.
Yeah. And what about you, Claudia?
I would have to agree with Tiana. Me personally, I don't think I could pull it off. I probably could, but I just don't see myself wearing clogs.
You can pull off anything. You look gorgeous
think
in
so?
anything. Yeah, I do think so. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next item, which is cargo pants. So we have obviously regular cargo pants, and then I also threw in a picture of leather cargo pants because we had just talked about them. So Natalia, what do you think about cargos?
I like cargo pants for fall. They're not, you're not in jeans or you're not like comfortable and you're not in sweatpants, but it's kind of that in-between feel and look, and I think it looks really cute with stuff.
Yeah, and what about you, Claudia?
I love cargo pants. Like the look people use to incorporate cargo pants in their whole entire outfit is just amazing. I love it, especially when it's used in streetwear.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I think they're cute too. I agree with you.
So cute.
So the next item is fur accessories. So we have a furry hat and a furry purse. I feel like these always kind of blow up around this time of year, but more so this year than not. I like the hat. I'm not really into the bag, but Tiana, what do you think about it?
I would say I'm not into the hat either, but I feel like fur goes with anything. I love fur coats. I feel like that's very stylish. I also love like the fur little sweaters they have. I love those. I wear those all the time, so I think the fur is pretty cool.
And what about you, Cade?
Kind of in between on fur. I'm not a big fan of fur accessories. Like a fur coat, I think that's nice. Like those are very like just stylish, and I love seeing those in the winter, but other accessories I've never really been a fan of.
Yeah, and I feel like it has to be faux fur.
Yeah.
We're like out of real fur. It has to be synthetic.
For sure.
Can't be real. Okay, so the next thing is Sherpa. So I kind of just left this open-ended because, again, I feel like Sherpa is something that trends every fall, winter time. It's so comfy and cozy. I personally love Sherpa. So we have a picture of a Lululemon belt bag, which is, they've been so in for months now. And then I also threw in a picture of the Lululemon quarter zip that they just released in the Sherpa fabric. So Claudia, what do you think about Sherpa?
I love Sherpa. I feel like I have about 2 sweaters in Sherpa. Yeah. I love Sherpa. I heard about the
belt
Lululemon belt bag. Yeah. My friend got one. She's obsessed with it.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah.
I love mine. Okay, and then what about you, Natalia?
I like Sherpa. I have one or two like that I wore last year, and they're so comfy and cozy for winter.
Yeah, they're the best. I really like Sherpa too. Okay, so we're gonna finish this out with Uggs, which again are a fall and winter staple. You have to have them. But for these ones in particular, we're gonna be talking about the platform minis, which I feel like just blew up all over TikTok because of Miss Bella Hadid in the paparazzi photos. And then we also have the Tasman slippers, which I actually own and adore. So each one of you, what do you think about it? Let's start with Nat.
I love Uggs. I definitely need a new pair this year, so I am looking to probably get a pair of tan Uggs.
Yeah.
I love them.
What about you, Cade?
I'm a fan of Uggs. I've never owned a pair. My sister has had them before, and I've tried them on. They're super comfy. So yeah, definitely love them.
Yeah, they're the best.
I would say I love Uggs. I think that's definitely one of my accessories. I love the Bailey bow Uggs. That's one of my favorites, and I definitely do want to buy the slippers. I think they're really comfy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, me personally, I love Ugg. It's completely worth the money. Quality is amazing. I'm definitely buying the Tasman slippers. I should have been bought them, but
yeah. They're the best. I love mine, and I wear mine when I'm out and about too, not even just at home, because they're cute for any outfits too. That's a wrap on this week's episode. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Entertainment on Point. We will see you next week.